Ms. Flanagan, I want to start quickly with you, because there is this linkage between PILT and SRS, which I think is oftentimes either misunderstood or not even recognized. Can you explain the linkage there? And it's my understanding that if SRS payments are not reauthorized, that PILT payments are impacted. Can you explain how those PILT payments would then be impacted if SRS is not reauthorized?
Certainly, you're absolutely correct. If SRS is not reauthorized, we would expect the PILT payment calculation to increase. And that is because the SRS payments are a deduction under the prior year payments for the PILT program.
So because they're a deduction, one of the things that we talk about here is the certainty to communities in terms of not only what you will receive, but when you will receive it. So there would be further uncertainty in terms of the amount that counties or communities would receive if we don't appreciate the linkage between the two accounts, between PILT and SRS.
Absolutely. For example,
go ahead.
Yes. For example, the expiration of SRS in fiscal year 2018 doesn't impact the fiscal year 2020 PILT payment. And the reason that is because the authorized payment for SRS was made in 2019. But payments made under SRS in 1 year, they're deductible under the PILT program in the following year.
So we've got PILT that will be paid out, you said, of June of 2020. If we fail to reauthorize SRS now, what's the impact on the 2020 payments?
The 2020 payments will not have an impact.
It will be
the 2021 payments will have an impact and will be expected to increase.
Understand that. Let me go to you, Mayor Przonka. And this also speaks to the uncertainty, because you mentioned that with the SRS payments that come to Wrangell, it's 1/6 of the school district's annual budget.
That's correct.
So if we're in a situation where we go back to the 25% rule, which is something that we really haven't talked about here today, but I think we need to, because that's where it takes us back if we don't reauthorize. What do you do with your school district? When do you make the decisions about whether or not you have the resources to bring back the art teacher or the music teacher or the counselor, or what you're going to be doing with extracurricular activities? Can you just speak about the real-world impacts of this type of uncertainty that would be a huge kick to your overall budget?
Certainly. Well, one of the things that happens is we try to renew the teachers' contracts in a timely manner, because in Alaska, teachers sort of do a shuffle. There's a big shuffle, and if we are uncertain about our funding, it creates uncertainty for how many teachers we're going to be able to afford. And of course, we're always going to err on the side of the extracurricular activities and non-core items, but it makes it difficult for us to lock down our teachers moving forward with the contracts going into the following year. So it's always nice if we know the funding is there and we're able to move forward. One of the things that happens in a rural setting is that we don't have the opportunities that an urban center has. So by that I mean, if my children went through public school in Wrangell, that's what we have, and you know, for example, the dance lessons, that's through the school. There's no private dance club, so if it's an after-school activity for kids to do, the sporting activities, there's no other options for sporting activities in our community. Everything is run through the school. So if we lose those extracurricular because we don't have the funding to move forward, those opportunities are lost. We can try to do some pick up through the, say, a Parks and Rec program, but those activities are gone. But the biggest thing for us is certainty with our teachers. We want to be able to let them know early that there's going to have contracts for the following year, and we know how to hire moving forward, that we don't want to hire positions that we're not going to be able to fund moving into the next school year. And as you know, moving in and out of the villages, out of the communities is difficult, and it takes time to go and recruit and to bring new teachers down into the community. So it has a huge impact on our school system.
Well, I thank you for that. I think as we appreciate the significance of the actual dollars and what they mean, timing with regards to these programs and the certainty of payout to the communities is also critically important, because once that teacher makes the decision to leave, it's pretty hard, as you say, to get them back. Thank you for that